Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abidah. I'm from English Language Education and I will explain about syntax. Before knowing about syntax, we also need to know what the linguistics and whether syntax is part of linguistics, and most importantly, we also need to know the basics of linguistics. Then we know syntax. Syntax is not easy to forget and it is easier to understand if you learn slowly but consistently. So, let's take a look at the following discussion about the syntax. Linguistic. In English, there is linguistics. What is linguistics? Linguistics is the science of language or the study of language. Linguistics seeks to answer the question, what is language and how is it played in memory? Linguistics describe the description of language and is not characterized by the rules, interactions of language. Not a few words are many. What is syntax? In linguistics, the word syntax comes from Greek, which is a combination of the word syn, which means together, and the word texts, which means series or sequence. So, syntax is one of the branches of linguistics that studies the rules that determine how words form phrases and phrases form synthesis. Etymologically, the term syntax is putting together words into a group of words or sentences and groups of words into synthesis. There are two parts of a sentence that are very important in analyzing syntax, namely phrases and clauses. Phrases are a group of words that have a function as a unit in a sentence, or a group of words that form a grammatical unit. Phrases are divided into several, namely non-phrases. Non-phrases are phrases that come from nouns that function as the subject or object of a sentence. A non-phrase is a noun or pronominal that is preceded by a determinant, or an article or a noun that is preceded by one or more adjectives, all of which are preceded by an article. For example, phrase is the doctor, the as that, and doctor as noun. I'm repeat again. For example, non-phrase, the as that, and doctor as noun. Verb phrase. A verb phrase is a phrase that consists of a combination of an auxiliary verb or auxiliary verb and a verb or verbs. Phrasal verbs are verbs that are phrased. Verb phrases consist of a single phrase, which is sometimes a combination of a main verb or main verb and an auxiliary verb, but can also be added with specifiers, complements, and adjuncts. Example for verb phrase is he has been coming late every day. In here, he as aux and has been as verb. I'm repeat for you. Example for verb phrase is he as auxiliary verb and has been coming late every day as verb. Adjective phrase. Adjective phrases or adjectives are phrases that come from adjectives that are used to give properties to noun or pronouns. I'm repeat again. Adjective phrases or adjectives are phrases that come from adjectives that are used to give properties to noun or pronouns. For example, adjective phrase is Tony lets his drug burn briefcase. Here, where adjective phrase? Yes, of course. Adjective phrase is dark brown. I'm repeat again. Example for adjective phrase is Tony lost his dark brown briefcase. Here, dark brown use adjective phrase. And adverb phrase. Adverbial phrases are phrases that function as adverb used to explain verbs. Adverbial phrases are phrases that function as adverbs used to explain verbs. Example, Mika usually gets up early. Here, usually as adverb phrase. For example, I'm repeat again. Mika usually gets up early. Here, usually as adverb phrase. Prepositional phrase. Example, the book on the bathroom floor is swollen from shower steam. The book on the bathroom floor is swollen from shower steam. Here on the bathroom as prepositional phrase. And for clause, an independent clause or main clause is an independent clause contained in a complex sentence. An independent clause is a clause that has a complete structure and has the potential to become a major sentence. I am repeat again. An independent clause is a clause that has a complete structure and has the potential to become a major sentence. And for dependent clause, a bound clause is a clause that has an incomplete structure, usually accompanied by subordinating conjunction. The bound clause can also be defined as a clause that cannot stand alone as a perfect sentence, only has the potential to be an imperfect sentence. Judging from its function, this bond clause can be distinguished, namely 1. Non-clause. Clauses that act as noun are indicated by the presence of WH for words, how, and that. And 2. Adjective clauses. Bond clauses that act as adjective are characterized by the presence of relative pronouns, namely who, whom, which, was, and that. And 3. Adverbial clauses. Bond clauses that act as adverbial are marked with a subordinate conjunction. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.